Hey, Chat THSI, is a guide for you. This is targeted towards my BF. I just want you to know the basics because it's what you use for all the characters. It's just the skills are different. I'm also trying to keep in mind that you are a PC player. I used to be a PC player as well, but I don't remember some of the keybinds. Okay, so first of all, you can change your keybinds to something you feel more comfortable with in settings and controls. I am a mobile player, so I cannot access those keybinds, but I will put an image of how to find it. It should be in controls. Okay, now that you have set up your keybinds, we move on to the next step of the game. Your persona builds. Persona builds are sort of what you use to gain a specific boost or trait. You can build your personal builds however you like, but most common builds are upright, left right, and down right. You should always carry the right trait unless you're some pro-Ike. Basically, the right trait lets you get up as soon as you pop the last cipher of those machine thingies. I already showed you how to prime the last cipher. You just need to know your surroundings to be able to pop it perfectly. My teammates will pop the cipher at the end, and I will show you how it should be done. Back to the persona builds. Each person builds are for different types of survivors. The image I'm showing has all the types of survivors in game. The most common build for a rescuer is down right. Down trait is called Tide Turner. Tide Turner is basically when you rescue someone out of the chair. You and the rescued teammate will have 20 seconds of time where they won't be able to get down, and it can buy a lot of time for your teammates and you. You two are basically invincible until the 20 seconds is up. If you see a red outline next to your survivor display on top, it means you're going to go down after the 20 seconds is done.
Another name for the downright build is 36.
Ho ho ho!
Get it? It's because it's like a clock. Anyways, moving on. The other two traits left, right, and up. Right are 39 and 312, I think, are the builds mostly non-rescuers use. Mostly kiters contain dashers, just not containers. Supports and decoders usually carry these builds. Left-right 39 is borrowed time. Right trait and knee-jerk reflex left trait. What those essentially do is, I already explained to you what the right trait does, so we will move on from that one. The left trait knee-jerk reflex gives you a speed boost after vaulting a window or pallet. Pallets are those wooden planks if you didn't know. And 12 fly wheel lets you dash, sprint for a second to avoid a hit, or transition to another area. Another important skill you should bring in your persona. Traits are exit path and sticker. Exit path, also known as self-heal, lets you heal back up after you're down. It doesn't heal you to full health, but it just helps you pick yourself up from the ground when other people aren't near. You can only use it once. Sticker is another trait I personally think you should have because it helps you self-heal or crawl faster. There are more traits you can use that can help you, like snooze. It slows down the rocket chair speed, which essentially means you'll die slower. And walk makes your trail disappear faster so the hunter doesn't know where you went, etc. Now that we know the persona builds, let's look at how to kite. First of all, please for the love of God try to look back for your surroundings. I know you don't like looking back, but knowing your surroundings already help you so much more to win, knowing where to go and where not to go. You shouldn't go to people who are decoder, especially if they're decoders. Their job is to decode. Looking at my kite, you can tell I'm avoiding all the ciphers that are being worked on, so we can prime them faster. You can also see that I'm able to predict some of the hunters' move and go the opposite way simply because I'm looking back. Also, if you didn't notice, there's a little map in the corner and it helps tell you which direction the pink message is coming from. Watch how I use my flywheel to get to this pallet. It was useless though. They had blink. Blink is a trait the hunter can equip. It lets them clip to the wall to get to the other side of the wall. They can also use it to block your path. Back to your surroundings. Always look at which direction the hunter is coming from instead of mindlessly decoding or running. It will help you during vaulting a pallet or window or avoiding a hit. You can loop around or hide behind a pallet to mind game the hunter. Also, some teammates will come to assist you in your kite. So please look around. I'm talking about earlier. Remember, getting hit when you are decoding/vaulting. It leads to a terror shock. A terror shock is terrible, especially when you're at full health, because it will get you down instantly. However, there is a character who simply cannot get terror shocked, lawyer. But once again, I'm here to teach you the basics, not all of the character's skills. Another major thing I left out was that you can only equip to main traits for the persona build to pick between 3, 6, 9, 12. Another thing I want to talk about is rescuing. Rescuing is hard, and you tend to avoid it, which is okay. But when you need to rescue, here are some tips. There is a line of half on the upper character display of your screen. You want to make sure you rescue the person before it crosses the line. So when they get chaired again, it will be their second chair, and not them dying. There are some hunters that are difficult to rescue against. You need to bait them. Here is an example of how to bait and rescue. As you can see, I got chaired. My duo is finishing up her cipher, and so is Perfumer, which means the ciphers will be done. This person here will go in for the rescue. Watch carefully how he waits to rescue before the bar crosses the half line. Here are more examples. Sincere used his owl, his skill that protects him from getting hit for 5 seconds. Watch how they stall time for the last cipher to be primed. The cipher is 45 to 50%, so it can't be popped right now. I will also teach you how to prime and pop a cipher. Watch how she baits the hunter by touching the chair and then pulling back so the hunter doesn't get a terror shock on her. A successful rescue, D. Now here's what not to do. My duo got shared. This match was already going bad because Doctor died immediately and we couldn't pop any cipher. After 500 years, we got to finish one cipher, but there was still for left. So right now, Journalist is stalling time so we can get some ciphers done. She still have her rescue Orpheus and her tied and is full health. She continues stalling, but I assumed she was gonna go in for rescue now. But to my surprise, this Journalist runs away, instead of Orpheing the rescue or going it herself. My duo had enough resources to rebound kite away from the prime cipher, so I don't know why she wanted to do a late rescue. It wasn't even that she couldn't rescue, because of a hunter or something. Like the hunter wasn't in his white form where he can suck the living shit and soul out of you. Anyways, I had to be a big girl and help out my duo. I'm very happy to use this clip because it also demonstrates how to game the hunter around a pallet. My duo gets down. Unfortunately, there was nothing she could do because he used the soul-sucking form. And since she got rescued after half, she's going to be dead on chair. Here is me gaming the hunter while avoiding his hits. I'm trying to buy as much time as I can so my duo can get up. I get hit here, sad face. Back to gaming and buying more time. I successfully game him and get a pallet stun, D. I don't know what was going through his head, but I'm taking all chances to keep my duo alive. He used his fat gay-ass umbrella, so I couldn't do much. Anyways, on to the next topic, character skills. No, I'm not going to be demonstrating all of the characters' skills to you, but I'll show you where you can watch how to use them. Click onto the book that is highlighted. Then click on the book again, LOL. Now click the character that you want to learn about. You can see that there is a video guide for the character, but if you want to read, then click the external traits. Okay, now we move on to priming. How to prime a cipher. I taught you this before, but I didn't explain it thoroughly, so this is a retake. You can pop 5 through to ciphers freely, but if you're working on the last cipher, when the message above your head says 1 cipher remaining, then you have to prime it. Basically what that means is, you edge the cipher percentage to 98% or 99%. If you see someone get down, or someone ping focus on decoding, then you pop it. Pop means finish the cipher. Some hunters can block off the last cipher, or even record you and use this clone of you to pop it. I'm talking about the hunter I went against in the background video. If you're injured and next to the prime cipher, and you see the hunter going towards you, then pop it and run away. But if the hunter is chasing your teammates, then wait until they ping. Focus on decoding. As you can see, I'm pinging or letting my teammates know that the hunter is near me. My teammates are letting each other and me know their cipher progress. Communication is very important because the people you are playing with when you're not teamed are randoms and they don't know what the fuck is going through your head. So when you ping, it lets them know what you're doing and where you are, because pinging reveals your location to your teammates on the little corner map and also has an arrow with a number. Unlike pinging, failing a calibration lets the hunter know your location. So try to hit those timed calibrations when you're decoding. Back to priming the cipher. Here is a clip on how to prime a cipher. Here is my duo priming up the last cipher. When there is no sign of the black outline, it means the cipher is primed. She gets off the cipher so she doesn't accidentally pop it, then lets us know that the cipher is primed. She continues to wait until someone gets down or someone pings. Focus on decoding. Fast forwarded this part because it was a long waiting foul. Seer gives me an owl and pings to focus on decoding. Nice successful cipher pop, and no one will tell you to kill yourself in post-match. Another major thing I forgot to tell you is to body block the person you rescue if you don't have tied. Body blocking means putting yourself between the rescued survivor and the hunter so you get hit instead of the person that just got out of the chair. I didn't do a good job body locking in the example, but you can. See what I was trying to do. Anyways, these are all the basic IDV stuff you need to know that. I have in my brain RN. It's okay if you make mistakes. You're still new and you make my day anyway, BC or silly. 3.